Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my December favorites. I cannot believe I'm already filming this and that it is literally the end of the year. 2019 is here. If you're watching this, it may be here already, but I did have some really amazing products this month. I did kind of take a little bit of a break this month. It was kind of hard. It was the holidays and I was really busy. And then for Christmas week, I did want to just kind of like take a break from filming and get everything up because I just want to spend time with my family and kind of just give YouTube a break for a little bit. But I am back and I have a ton of videos coming at you for the new year. It's going to be a brand new year, brand new outlook on life and just everything in general. So let's jump in and get started because I have so many amazing things this month to share with you that I'm like so excited. So first thing I'm going to talk about is this. This is the It Cosmetics CC Cream in the matte version, which I absolutely love this. I was a big fan of the original CC cream from It Cosmetics, and I know a lot of people didn't really like it, but I personally really enjoyed it. It really just kind of covered anything that I needed to be covered and just I never had any problems with it. And I always applied it with my hands. So then I kind of like fell off that because then I tried so many other, CC creams. I think this was the year of CC creams for me because I was just like obsessed with trying all different ones. But I had to try this because it was matte and it has, it says poreless finish and full coverage cream. So I tried this and I am in the shade neutral medium, which is kind of just what I am in everything, just a very basic neutral medium color. And the color is a perfect match and it's amazing. It gives such great coverage. It really stays. It's been kind of warm again here in Florida. It was cold and now it's like hot again, but I just can wear this any time of year. It just covers any imperfections and really like stays put. If you, just want to use this just as a regular foundation, you definitely could. Don't think that CC cream, it's going to be a little bit lighter because it's a good like medium coverage. And you could probably build it up to full, but it's a good medium coverage and it has SPF 40 in it. And it really is just actually really, I'm impressed with this. And of course it has the pump, which I just think is just genius. So I still apply this with my fingers and then I just kind of go over it with like a beauty blender just to like make sure it's all blended in. But I am highly impressed with this. I still love It Cosmetics. I still love their products. I will continually try things from them. So if you are looking for a new CC cream or if you were curious about this, it gets my stamp of approval for sure. Another thing I got, this is the Farsali, I think that's how you say it. This is the Skin Tune Blur Primer Serum. I think I showed this in a haul video. And then I know I did an Instagram post on this. I was like freaking blown away when I actually tried this. Oh my God, not only did it like blur my pores and just make my skin look airbrushed when I put my foundation on, but it kept my makeup on all day. Like through being outside, through the, through sweating or, just being out in the hot sun. My face looked so good at the end of the day. I thought for sure I was gonna have a big old mess, with my foundation and everything all over the place. And it looked perfect, like perfect. I was like blown away. I'm like, this is not meant to be like a mattifying, like long lasting primer. I thought it was just gonna be like a, blurring. This is like everything you've ever wanted all in one. And because it's like in the dropper form, it's really like lightweight. And I love this. Like I was like, whoa, this was worth the money. And this was so worth, like I guess the hype around that brand. I've never really tried anything else from it, but I'm like hooked. I'm like, I need to try more because it was hydrating. So it didn't feel heavy or cakey on my skin, especially if you have combo skin or dry skin, and it just kind of sunk right in. And then it just, like I said, when I put my foundation on, I was like, whoa, my skin looks so good. Like my blush, my bronzer, everything went on flawlessly. Everything stayed vibrant. Even as the day went on and everything kind of, maybe not, I won't even say oxidized, but just kind of settled more. It looked flawless. By the end of the night, I was like, wow, I am so impressed. So this, again, another big win for sure. Okay, I'm just gonna stick with face, I guess. I'll just continue on. If I wasn't wearing this CC cream, I kind of re-fell in love with my NARS, the Radiant Longwear Foundation, because what I did was this kind of like fell to the back of my foundation thing. And I wanted to try it again with my Sephora brush that is over there. I didn't pull that out. And I am I have refallen in love with this using that brush. If you remember when I did my full review on this, the application is kind of tricky because this is a really funny foundation. You kind of, it doesn't work with a brush, but yet, you know, you can use a beauty sponge, but then it kind of takes away some of the full coverage of it. But that's the only way to apply it without it looking cakey and kind of like sitting into your skin. So what I did was when I tried it with the foundation brush from Sephora, I'll link it down below. I've talked about it numerous times in the past. It blended it into my skin. It kind of gave it that airbrushed look. And then what I did was I went in with the Beauty Blender and just kind of pounced it on any areas where it looked like it might not have blended perfectly, like around my nose, like my chin, where a brush normally would kind of not blend it seamlessly. And I'm hooked. So now it's actually, this is what I'm wearing today because I figured I wanted to wear a little bit more, you know, full coverage foundation when I'm filming. So either or, this is like perfect for like every day. This is more of your, you know, if you really want a full coverage foundation and go all out, that's, so between these two, I'm just kind of an alternating, but I fell in love with this. So if you have this and you were struggling with it, try it with that foundation brush because I think you will really, that foundation brush will make any foundation go on beautifully. Like any foundation you struggle with, get that brush and I guarantee you it'll work for you. So I fell in love with this. Then a new powder. This is the Too Faced, this is the Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. Now, I like the peach powder. However, I wanted to try I don't know why, I was just looking at the Born This Way like line. The concealer really didn't work for me from Too Faced because it was kind of too drying under my eyes. And I've never tried the foundation, but for some reason I was intrigued by the powder. So I kept reading about it and I saw that Ulta had a small size, like for $15, it was like the half size. And I was talking with one of my subscribers about this powder and she was telling me how much she loves it and she has the full size and she's obsessed. And it's like everything you would ever want. You know, it sets your foundation, it blurs your pores, it's very lightweight. And when I went to Ulta, because I was gonna try the little travel size, they didn't have it. So I kind of said, well, if it's this amazing, let me just buy the full size. And let me tell you, guys, I am not a powder person, but this has changed my life for the better. So it comes in the little shaker. And what I love about Too Faced is they have the little stopper here. You can see it all coming out and it's just perfect for travel. And you just kind of, what I do is I shake it, you know, when it's like this and I just kind of go like this and then you get your powder. So it is, I got the translucent, so you can see it's translucent, but it kind of has like almost like a little bit of a tint to it. So it's not like a white powder because that's what I don't like. I don't like the white powder. However, I have been enjoying setting my face with like a really lightweight powder. So that's why I was liking the peach powder, but sometimes the smell or like, it's really fine. I wanted something that was a little bit more skin blurring and that's what this is. It's definitely, you know, almost like your skin, but better. And what I do is I just take a big fluffy brush and after I do my foundation, I just literally set my whole face. And then I take a smaller brush and I kind of go under my eye. It's lightweight enough that you could use it under your eyes and it's not gonna make your concealer get, you know, cakey or crusty or anything. And it just kind of sets it. And then it just gives a beautiful, you know, finish to your skin so that you can go in with your bronzer and highlight and blush and everything just looks, it just lays better, you know, rather than putting that just over your foundation. So I'm hooked. This is so freaking good. I highly recommend this powder from Too Faced. I'm really kind of enjoying more products from Too Faced. I branched out more this year, so I'm impressed. Okay, a couple more things. Let's talk lips. I posted a picture on my Instagram. If you don't follow me, I always have it linked down below, but my Instagram handle is just Nicole Shea, nothing fancy. So follow me down below. If I'm not here, I'm there. So I don't know what it was. Normally I wear glossy lips and I just kind of got into matte lips, like not super like matte, like dry cakey lips, but just kind of like a matte, like a satin finish type of lipstick because it just to me lasts longer. And it just looked better. Like it was just something, you know, you go through phases. So I kind of was going through I was cleaning out my makeup and I was going through all my MAC lipsticks and I was getting rid of like ones that are really old and just, you know, and then I found this one. It's the shade Really Me and it's a matte and it's more of a cool tone nude, which it's kind of like, wow, why are you wearing that? Here it is. It is actually beautiful. It is definitely, it's what I'm wearing. And it's definitely more cool toned. It looks like it might be, you know, more, it's definitely cool. Especially it pulls cool on me. Let me look in my little mirror here. Definitely, on me, it pulls more cool. It might not pull cool on you, but on me it does. So I would just definitely consider it like a cool tone nude. If I say that one more time, oh my God. However, I really enjoy it, and I've been enjoying putting it on and kind of tapping it in with my finger and just kind of letting it almost like stain my lips, but just kind of as it wears off throughout the day, it looks better and better. And it's just one of those things, like you don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about constantly reapplying it or your gloss getting everywhere. And I'm really liking this. And one thing about MAC and their matte lipsticks, they're more of a satin. Like some of them, like Flesh Pot and, you know, Myth and those, like some of the mattes are really matte, but this formula is more of like just a satiny matte, and it's just, it feels really good on the lips. You don't have to, you know, layer it with lip balm or lip gloss or anything to feel comfortable. It actually just works. So I've been enjoying matte lips and my MAC lipsticks again. Of course, Blankety is like my all-time favorite, which is like they're amplified, so it's like really glossy. But again, I'm just kind of into the matte look. So that is that. And while we're talking about lips, my lips are notoriously dry. The weather here, like it bounces, so my lips always suffer, and I know a lot of people suffer from just like dry lips. I was ordering from Sephora, and I was just kind of browsing around. I was looking through like the Kiehl's stuff. I was just going through, you know, it was one of those things where you just feel like shopping. So that's what happened to me. And I came across this. It's the Kiehl's Butter Mask for Lips Overnight Lip Treatment with coconut oil and wild mango butter. And when I was reading the review, like that's what I do. When I find something that I've never tried before, and if I haven't heard anyone talk about it, I will just read the reviews. I'll sit there and I literally go through the app and I will read all the reviews. And this got like 5-star reviews, like continuously. And people just kept saying how amazing it is for their dry lips. And I have used quite a bit of it since I've had it. And this has saved my lips. My lips are not dry and flaky anymore. I put this on before I go to bed and I, you know, rub it in and I go to sleep and I wake up and my lips are hydrated. They are not peeling. I don't have to like exfoliate my lips. This is really good stuff. And if you suffer from dry lips and nothing works, you know, whether you've tried Vaseline or just any type of lip balm, and I have tried a lot, this is the only thing I've found that has helped my lips truly, because it is, I guess it's made for overnight, but it just has it's more like a mask. And it really, I guess it's the coconut oil in it. I mean, I guess you could rub coconut oil on your lips, but I guess the other ingredients in it just kind of all work together. And Kiehl's, you guys know, the creme de corps is like my holy grail body lotion. So I was kind of like, well, if that helps my body, why wouldn't something like this help my lips? And it does. And it is just, it's so cute too. But absolutely love this. Highly recommend if you are suffering from dry lips, give this a try. It's amazing. Okay, a couple more things. This is just kind of an eye combo thing. Again, as I think it's like the month of MAC for me. This is an extra dimension eyeshadow in Sweet Heat. And I'll tell you a funny story. Let me just swatch it and I will show you. It's more like a bronzy, coppery, shimmery, really pretty look. So I was in Nordstrom and I was perusing the MAC section. And I haven't really shopped at MAC in a really long time. I don't have my pro discount anymore. They changed the rules on that, so I don't have it anymore. So that kind of sucks. And I miss that. I miss my my pro things. You could get MAC for like drugstore prices, but whatever. So it kind of made me not shop there as much, only because, not that it should make a difference, but I was just kind of like, you know, it's something you don't think about. You know, when you had the discount, it was easier, like for me, but whatever. It's for the best, I guess. Anyway, so I was in Nordstrom and I was doing Christmas shopping, and then I just was perusing and I was looking at their concealers and like all the new stuff, because I really haven't shopped. So I was looking at the eyeshadows and I was swatching everything, and I was swatching the extra dimensions, and I swatched this and I kept going back to it and I was like, gosh, this is so pretty. And then I looked at the name and I said, that name sounds familiar. So I didn't buy it, even though I was like really drawn to it. So I go home and I look at my eyeshadow stash that I'm kind of in the process of, again, cleaning out. And I found it, and it's right here. And I had it all along, even though I was like drawn to it at the store. And I'm like, I'm glad I didn't buy it, because then I would have had a duplicate. But I knew, like, for some reason, I was like, that color, I know I have it. So I'm hooked with this shadow, and I've just been loving it because it's like that, you know, shimmery, shiny, you know, consistency. And it's kind of like when you swatch it, it just works better when you apply it with your finger. So I've just been wearing this, you know, kind of like rubbed on my lid. I'm actually wearing it today, and it just looks so good. You know, and it pulls, like on my hand when I swatch it, it's more copper, but when you look at it, it's definitely a little bit more bronze. So I think it's very versatile. It doesn't really have a duochrome in it, but it's, I don't know, I'm really enjoying this, and I'm glad that I found it and that I've just been able to wear it. And if you know, I really recommend the Extra Dimensions. I just think they're a really smooth, buttery consistency, and they work really well on your lids. You can use it with your finger, you can use it with like a synthetic brush. I don't really recommend like a big fluffy brush. You want more of a dense brush to really pack it on, and I'm hooked. And in, you know, conjunction with that, I've pulled out my Viseart palette. I feel like I haven't worn my Visearts all year, and I don't know what it is. You know, it's like, I guess you try so many other things that you just kind of forget about them. But this is the basic. I think this is the neutral matte one. It's more of the, you know, neutral shades. So one day when I was in a rush doing my makeup, I pulled open my drawer, this little handy drawer that I have here that I feel like is my lost, you know, my lost treasures. And all my Viseart palettes were like sitting in there because it really was my go-to makeup drawer. And then it kind of turned into, my whole desk is a disaster. So everything is kind of sitting out. And then so I pulled it out and I just started throwing some crease colors on. And then I really like got hooked, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot how amazing my Viseart shadows are. So I just have been loving the crease colors again, basically this whole row, and like these two right here, like this is more of like a reddish brown. So I love putting that in the crease, and I'm wearing actually this combination today. I just have a mishmash of, you know, shadow on my lid and in my crease, and I just love layering them because they just look so good. So if you are like me and you've forgotten about your Viseart shadows, pull them out because they are really, they're good stuff. I mean, I'm really, you know, when you don't use something for a while and then you go back to it, you forget how good it really was. So I will say that my Visearts are going to be getting a lot more love in 2019. Trust me. All right, I have 3 hair products, and they are very different. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this little scrunchie. This is by the brand Invisibobble, which makes those little, you know, spirally looking hair ties that I've shown and talked about. So when I was at Sephora one day at the register, they had this. This is a scrunchie, and it has an Invisibobble in it, but it's a scrunchie. So this is great for, you know, when you put your hair up and you don't want the, you know, it to get damaged or anything, or if you're doing, like sometimes after I wash my hair, because I'll do it at night, and when I twirl it around, like in a loose bun, not like a messy bun, but like a loose bun to kind of keep the curl, I will use this to kind of hold it in place and just kind of hold that curl. And it's great because it has that same, you know, Invisibobble, you know, stretchiness and consistency, but it's very like a soft velvety finish, so it just doesn't damage your hair, and it just feels really nice. And this is perfect for thick hair. Even if you have thin hair, it would work because it has that same, you know, thing. And I'm impressed. I really like this. This is inexpensive. They had a black one. I think they have a leopard one. I just went for the black because I figured it was, you know, inconspicuous, but really like this. If you like this brand and you know, use scrunchies, give this a try because at least it's not, you know, it's a little bit more bougie. So anyway, the next hair product, I'm not going to talk too much about this because I did mention this in a Friday favorites. However, I've been using this like literally every time I wash my hair. It's the Way hair oil. It smells so good. Like it's like smells like expensive, but like kind of beachy. It's like really weird. I don't know what the notes are in it, but whatever it smells really, really good. And I've just really been enjoying this. I kind of like forgot about all my other hair oils, like my Kerastase, my shoe, everything, because it is just so hydrating. Like it really just kind of revives your hair. I love it for after I blow out my hair. It makes it so soft and silky. And then when, you know, for like second, third day hair, when I'm just kind of like refreshing it with dry shampoo or just, you know, touching it up, put a little bit in, and it just gives that hydration back to your ends, to your hair. It just looks like I just washed it again. And it's, you know, a little goes a long way. You do not want to do a bunch of pumps of this because it is pretty highly concentrated. So for me, like a half a pump to a pump is plenty. Even though I have a lot of hair, you don't want to overload it. If you have shorter hair or, you know, finer hair, you definitely just want to do like a quarter to a half a pump. Otherwise it'll be too much. And trust me, I didn't realize it and I was pumping it out and putting it all in. I was like, okay, that's too much. So you have to play with it, but it's good stuff. Like this Way line too, I've been really enjoying it. This hair oil, very good. And last but certainly not least, this is a shampoo. This is the Keratin Complex Keratin Care Shampoo Smoothing Therapy. So I needed a new shampoo. I was kind of running out of, I mean, I love my IGK, like that, the one that I showed, I think it's the Bad and Bougie one. I love it. It's so amazing, but I feel like I was going through it really quickly and I didn't want to like use it. I needed a shampoo to like switch off, you know, for every time I wash my hair, because I have to buy another one, but I was like, I need to like conserve it because it's so good. My logic sometimes. Anyway, so I was like, well, let me get, you know, something else. So this is the brand of the keratin that I got done at Ulta. So I figured, well, if that's the brand of the keratin, obviously their shampoo must be good because, you know, it's going to be sulfate free and it's for your keratin, you know, it's to use with the keratin treatment. And it's, you know, it gently cleanses hair without diminishing the keratin, the moisture, and, you know, it's basically everything you would need, you know, sulfate free and all this stuff. And it is amazing. I'm just like trying to read and see if it says anything specific in here, but it just says it helps protect the longevity of the Keratin Complex Smoothing Therapy Treatment. So I got this. I am obsessed. I've been using this every single time I wash my hair and I keep saying, okay, well, use something different, you know, use the other shampoo. I'm like, I don't want to because it cleanses my hair. It makes it so soft and smooth and it's like hydrating and it's just like everything you would want in a shampoo. It's just like the IGK one, only it's bigger and I'm able to just get it at Ulta. So I really enjoy this. If you have a keratin treatment, I would recommend this. I would try it even if you don't. I mean, they have other types of keratin, but it just really works like for my hair and I really am impressed with this. So I figured it kind of went with it and I needed it and it's a pretty big size. It's like 13 fluid ounces and it was fairly inexpensive. So really enjoy this. So I figured I would just share my hair care products. So that is it, guys. That is my December favorites. It was everything I was loving for this month. I want to thank you all for watching, for subscribing, for supporting me all throughout the year. I mean, 2018 kind of sucked. I'll be honest. It was a really crappy year, but I know 2019 is going to be so much better. It's just going to bring us all so much better luck and just all good things. And I wish nothing but the best for all of you. Wish you all a happy new year and all good vibes. If you, that leads me into, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy any of my videos, please give it a thumbs up and let me know. If you aren't already, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel. You hit the button down below and then hit the bell next to my name so you'll be notified of all my new videos. That way you won't miss anything. YouTube is funny. Sometimes it doesn't put your videos in their feeds and it's a whole big vicious cycle that we deal with. But it would help me out and I would appreciate it and I love you all and I will see you very soon.